fuck you got a bonnet on outside? A bonnet is for when you laying down.
Why is you judging me?
You're not supposed to be running around the city with a damn bonnet on. That shit is not right. That shit it don't look right. I ain't gonna lie.
How do you?
Hey y'all, welcome back to the Just a Girl Show. My name is Janine. If you are new here, if you're new, of course, hit that subscribe button, turn your notifications on so you never miss an episode. And if you are a subscriber, welcome back to the channel.
Has anybody else
I'm
seen
gonna pause
this?
it.
And is this the new trend? I'm kind of confused. Let me know. Can we talk about it? Check it out.
Okay, we see it, right? Child face is covered up, obviously, because we want to, they want to protect the child's face. But this is. Look at this. Look at this. This is how we starting out, y'all. This is how we're starting out. Look at this. Parent, guardian, mom, aunt, cousin, whoever with the child. Should I make it? Can y'all see it better? This is what it is, y'all. This is what it is.
So apparently, according to Twitter, formerly known as X, this is a mother attending her son's kindergarten graduation. Ladies, that's how we going out now? I don't know if I'm embarrassed for her, the child, or both. But I'm embarrassed. Seems to me she might have been in the hood sipping and blowing and suddenly remembered and just hopped up and went because this ain't it. We just gonna take the formality out of everything because this ain't it. And I mean, considering some of the prom dresses I've seen this year, this is worse than that because this is your son's kindergarten graduation. Like, she didn't even think to take a second to run in the house and, hell, put on a spandex dress, something. Just go. I guess just being there is more important than not going, but damn, I'm sure you had the kids more focused on you than the graduation ceremony or the awards they're receiving. Let me know what y'all think in the comments.
I laughed about it, but I think that she was very spot on. It gave very much. You didn't think about this. That's what it gives. But I want you to recognize that. You might assume that, oh, she was just sitting around running her mouth. She forgot about graduation. She had to run there and make it on time. No. I want you to know that they are getting up and getting ready, and they're wearing this to this stuff. This ain't I forgot. I'm not saying this in this situation, but for many of them, they are intentionally getting up and putting this stuff on to go there. It's not I forgot, I was last minute. No, this is how they are choosing to walk outside the door, to show up at these schools. That's how they're choosing to go outside. It's disgusting and it's embarrassing. It is disgusting and it's so embarrassing that we as women, Black women, have no self-respect for ourselves, for our children, for other people's children. No respect at all. That you think it's okay to walk outside like this. You think it's okay to dress this way. We think this stuff is cool. How did we get here? I have no idea. Shame is out the equation. We know that shame is so far gone. These women have no shame. They have no shame. They have no class. They are just oh God, they just disgust me. It's disgusting to watch. It is disgusting to see parents outside. And I'm a parent who takes my kids to school, picks them up. To see parents choosing to walk outside like this. So with that being said, right? Again, this is she said this is a kindergarten, pre-K graduation. And you would think, right? Why would dress codes need to be put in place? Like they're adults, right? These are adults. Why would an adult need a dress code? We would expect that to be for children. You would expect when people come around children, they would know how to have some type of like, dignity. But no. You can't expect somebody to come around children and dress appropriately if they won't do it in front of their kids. You got to recognize that. Why would they care about how your kids see them when they will walk around their own kids like that? So that is a stretch to ask a parent to care about your kid when they don't care about their own kid. They don't care how their kids see them. They don't care. I literally just saw a video, and I'm not saying that I know everybody has their own thing, but I saw Portia Williams and her daughter on vacation. Let me just show y'all. Why did she have to be in a thong bikini around her daughter? I have no idea. But there's a such thing of like being appropriate around your children, having like a mom bathing suit around your children. And again, it was just her and her child. So I'm not saying that, she was exposing her to, other people. But I don't understand why we, I don't get it. I don't get why we can't just be more covered up, especially when we're around our children. You understand what I'm saying? Why can't we? I want to find this. I have to find this video, y'all, because I gotta show this because I saw and I was like, a thong with the baby? With the baby? Let me see. Hold on. I want to show you this. Okay. I don't want to play the music because I don't want it to get flagged. Do y'all see? There's, again, we obviously know naked bodies. We understand that our mom, and I know people talk about that all the time about how having a naked mom and mom who walked around with no clothes on and all of that. But I also think it's important for us to change the dynamic that you need to recognize and help your child understand what modesty is, and being more covered and all of the things. But again, this is what we do as parents. So again, as I said, you can expect somebody else to care about your kid when they don't care about how their kids see them. You can't. Thank y'all so much for joining the live. I appreciate it so much. I really, really do. I'm just going to shout out Christopher Jackson. Thank you. I appreciate the support. I do. I appreciate it so much. So let's keep on going when it comes to these parents. Okay.
My mom ever showed up to my school like this, go ahead and unenroll me because I'm not going back. The internet has been up in uproar ever since this video went viral of this mom dropping her 2 kids off to school wearing a robe and a towel on her head. The internet is truly split on this matter. You got some people saying, hey, the kids got their bright, colorful backpacks on, their hair is done, they're dressed. For all we know, the mom could have woken up late and didn't have time to get dressed herself. And then you have other people saying that it is the bare minimum for a parent to look presentable when they drop their kids off at school or drop them off at the bus stop, right? It takes all of 2 seconds to put on a shirt and a pair of pants. And I've even heard that some school districts are now requiring that the parents abide by a dress code when they drop their kids off at school now because dressing like this is becoming way too common. Overall, I think everyone is just sick of people wearing their inside clothes outside because it comes off as lazy and unhygienic. Now, as it applies to this situation, I'm not gonna judge this mom too much because you truly never know what people are going through. That mom could be going through postpartum depression. You don't know. Like, imagine if you're just a mom doing the best you can and some person tries to be mean and takes a video of you to shame you when they really could have yelled out the window and been like, you know what, mama? Good job. Because it really is those words of encouragement that can pick you up when you're at your lowest. Y'all always assume that somebody's being lazy and trifling. God forbid somebody's having a bad day. But anyways, let me know what y'all think about this.
All right. So let's go through that, right? She says that, she could be going through, she said the mom could have woke up late and, had to throw something on, right? That's one option. Mom could also be going through postpartum depression. That's another option, right? She's just having a bad day. That's another option. My question is, we find any, or, we don't want to assume that she's just being lazy. It is. I want you to understand that just because you struggle, people struggle mentally on a regular basis, on an everyday basis. So you don't get to use postpartum depression. If you got, that's again, I'm not being insensitive, but if you were struggling that bad, you would not be able to get up and get your kids to school. You wouldn't be able to get up and drive them to school. If it was that bad, you wouldn't be able to get up and get them into the car, dress for school. You wouldn't be able to do any of it. But this is a choice to be lazy and to not care. That's what it is. They do not care how they look in public, and it's disgusting. And it's an embarrassment to your children, because what it does is sets the tone for how the kids, how the staff see your kids, because they come from you. So how you dress, right? They will start to make, okay, let's just use the example. This child is so well out of control. The child talk back. The child is just hard to handle. How you come up to the school, how you present yourself, bonnets, booty shorts, look inappropriate, looking unkept. They're going to assume that you come from a home that's just full of mess. Ain't no structure. Your mom is probably ghetto. She probably lets you do whatever you want to do based on how she shows up. It does. There is so much that goes into how people can make assumptions about your child based on how you look. They do. So when we use the excuse of saying, okay, she's not being late, she may not be being lazy, she's having a bad day, or it can be postpartum. There's so many layers to whatever it may be, that doesn't stop that there's still not ways that you could be more proactive, knowing your struggles, to try to be more intentional when you walk outside the door. But we live in a time now where people don't care. These women do not care how they look. Let's just keep it real. They don't care how they look. They don't care how they present themselves. They think that they should have the autonomy to wear whatever they want to wear, go out wherever they want to go out to, and that is the problem. So for me, it's hard to believe that you have all those problems, because I feel like most of them have this I don't care mentality. Can nobody check them? They don't care how much, how people look at them. They don't care. Nobody cares. Nobody cares, and that is the problem. That is the biggest problem with all of this, that they don't care how they come into these environments with children. And I'm going to show y'all this picture right here. Look at this. Look at that. Walking into a school like that. Your butt cheeks are hanging out, and you assisting your child into a school setting. How dare you? How dare you as a mother think that this is okay? How dare you as a mother think that this is okay? It is disgusting. And then we wonder, as Black people, why they start putting rules in place for us. Why the Carnival Cruise had to make all those changes to their policies because of how we be looking, how we be behaving. Why? This is sad. My husband and I were just driving near Walmart a couple days ago. This mom walking out of Walmart with the car with her little girl with her. Booty shorts, just like that, trying to pull them down. Shorts all up her butt with her daughter right next to her. Right next to her. But y'all supposed to be good mothers. Y'all supposed to be fantastic mothers when you walk outside and go into a school like this. If it was my school, you're not coming in. You ain't coming in my school. You're not coming in my school. I'm sorry. You're not coming in. You're not going to affect the other children. You're not doing it. And this is why schools have decided they need to have some dress codes, because of these nasty, disgusting, classless, ghetto women.
Just started. A school is already going viral. Why? Because they asking parents to cover their booty and whatnot before they come into people's school them. Dougherty County schools, I think that's in Georgia. Pre-K. Ask them to please pull up your pants. Don't show these kids your drawers. And no short shorts either. Don't show them the bottom cuff of your booty. Save the sleepwear and the bonnets for home. Everybody's saying, why did they put bonnets there? Oh my God, they hate black people. No, I had somebody in my comment section that proved exactly why they put bonnets there. I came to school with a shower cap on my head because I just got my hair done and it was raining. My response was, well, that should be fine. There's a major difference between a here and there occurrence versus being habitually disheveled. She goes, well, the sign doesn't indicate that. Bitch, the sign was created because of that. What do you mean? But there are very much some, well, the sign doesn't say that people. So I figure why they had to put that separately. Even though a bonnet is sleepwear, in my opinion. No headgear, unless the rules have changed since I've been in school, no headgear whatsoever is allowed outside of religious headgear. So, you know, your kufis and your yarmulkes and your hijabs and the other words for the different types of hijabs, because I don't know them all, and I'm not gonna ignorantly act like they're all called the same thing, but I'm not gonna act like I know everything too. So I don't know what they're all different types is called, but those are allowed. Religious headgears are allowed. But nobody can wear a baseball cap. Nobody can wear a beanie. Nobody can wear a bonnet. Same thing in court. You have to take your headgear off unless it's religious in court. Anyway, moving on. The last thing is that tops should fully cover the chest. Why does somebody need to tell you to cover your titty nipples before you go see the children? This is just like when they had to tell people to not wear thongs to the children's, the water park that the children be going to not wear. This was my favorite response though, minus the bonnet part. Short shorts and shirts that happen to show boobs are not a crime. That was her response under my post about children. His, her, whoever this is. That was their response. This was how? So it's just okay to show titties, we just flashing children. That's what we do. Yep. FBI, DEA, CIA, LMNOP, everybody. Oh God, oh my God.
That is do y'all know how much pushback I've received over, the past year or two of discussing women being more mindful of how they present themselves in public around children? They give me the same, I could do whatever I want to do. It don't matter. They shouldn't be, no one should be looking. Even like I said, with the whole water park thing, why are you in a water park with children in thongs? Why are you around? And this again could be for all race. Why y'all got your butt cheeks hanging out? You on a family resort with kids. Why not be appropriate? It doesn't take much. But we want attention so bad. So bad. We want attention so bad that it kills us. It kills us. Because we want attention so bad. But these are the same women who claim that they don't need attention. They don't need nobody to look at them. I don't want nobody. They also complain about how people are, always stereotyping us, or how men are so lustful over us. It's like, come on. You going to school, dropping your kids off, booty shorts, bonnets, robes, towel on your head. How dare you? If you could put that towel on your head and put the robe on, you could put a pair of pants and a top on. Throw a hat on. Very simple. If you are somebody who know that you struggle in the morning with whatever it might be that you have going on, then you need to be more intentional about how you lay your clothes out in the morning to drop your kids off at school, picking them up from school. But these people don't care. Again, these women, to me, you're a predator. You are a predator who chooses to walk around children and expose your body. And then we supposed to say, oh, it's just a body. It shouldn't be nothing. It's everybody has a body. No, it's inappropriate. I said that when I went on Carnival Cruise, a few years ago, right? There was women on the cruise in a thong bikini with their toddlers. But I have my son with me, my little cousins, their boys. Why do they need to be teenage boys, young boys looking at you walk around in a thong, a grown woman with kids? You're going on a family cruise where it's going to be kids. It's your kids. It's other people's kids. But as I said, how can I expect you to care about my kids when you don't care about your kids? That would be stupid to assume that, to think that, because you don't care about your own kids. Why would you care about my kids? Why would you care about how you look affects my kids? Because you don't care about how you look affecting your own kids. You don't